Hello, viewers. Welcome back to this channel. And in our today's video, our discussion will be on an absurd play written by Eugene Ionesco. The play name is Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros, this is a French play, means this play was actually written in French, but later it was translated to into English, and it is written by Eugene Ionesco. Eugene Ionesco is a very prominent writer who was uh, a pioneering figure in the theater of the absurd drama genre. And this play, Rhinoceros, it was first premiered and written in 1959. And this play was uh, included in Martin Eslin's study of post-war avant-garde drama, the theater of the absurd. All Absurd means what? This I have already discussed in my previous videos, though I would like to say little bit about it. Absurd means which has no meaning. According to absurd dramatists, our life, our circumstances, or our way of living life, it is completely nonsense. It has no real meaning. It is just like absurd. What makes a life completely meaningful or significant, and what does not make it? These kinds of things are magnificently depicted through this kind of literary creations by the writers like Eugene Ionesco. Here too, if you read the title Rhinoceros, then you may think that this drama will be utterly exciting. But in reality, this drama is not what you were thinking, that this drama would be ended like this. It will be very thrilling and very adventurous. But in reality, you will not get a little bit of excitement through this novel, through this drama, nor you will get any kind of means thrilling element by this drama. This drama is, as I have already told you, that absurd. This drama is completely based on absurdity of life, absurdity of society, absurdity of human philosophy, how human try to make a meaning out of the life he wants to live. Means this is a symbolical play written in the absurd drama genre. Okay, so without any delay, let's begin the story of this play. Actually, according to some critics, this play is often read as a response and criticism to the sudden upsurge of fascism and Nazism during the events preceding World War One and Two, and it also tries to explore the themes of conformity, culture, fascism, responsibility, logic, mass movements, mob mentality, philosophy, and morality. Means through this play, the playwright Eugene Ionesco, he has tried to delineate that people are so much attracted to the Nazism or to the fascism right after the Great World Wars, because in means symbolically people were becoming rhinoceros if they are following Nazism or fascism. And amidst that, if someone is not trying to become or not influenced by this fascism and Nazism, then then is that person's life is worth living, or is that person's life is important, significant? That kind of thing is I mean, that kind of message might have portrayed in this drama. Okay, now let's try to know about the synopsis of this play. Got it? Let's begin. So this play begins in a very small French town, and there Jean, a refined young man, we will get a character of Jean there, and he was a very refined young man, and he met his semi-alcoholic and fully apathetic friend Berenger for a drink, to have some drink and to have some fun. Jean actually reprimands Berenger for his alcoholic or drinking habits, and he is also very utterly aimless. He has no purpose in his life. That's why Jean, in reality, he reprimands Berenger, means hate. He hated him. But soon, uh, a rhinoceros runs through the square, means through that place or through that village or through that locality, and there has actually shocked all the townspeople. And but though it has shocked many people, Berenger he was downrightly not affected by this thing, that people are turning into rhinoceros. Okay, that thing was spreading all over the town, but Berenger was not into it. He was not interested into it. Got it? But Jean was, he was very interested to know, means why people are turning into rhinoceros, means what is happening in our town. Got it? And Jean, he lectures Berenger about willpower, while a logician explains the concept of syllogism to an old man. Then Berenger tells Jean that he has a crush on Daisy. Means Berenger has told Jean that he actually love a typist, and that typist's name was Daisy, at his own office. But he also worries that she may not like him, or and she may like, or she may favor Doddard. Doddard was an upcoming co-worker in their office. Okay, then Jean recommends this. I have told you that though Jean recommends willpower and self-cultural self improvement for him, for our Berenger, means true self power and means true willpower and self improvement. Berenger means means can take Daisy. Okay, this was the advice given by uh, Jean to his kind of friend Berenger. Okay, but another rhino rushes by at that time, and that tramples a cat. Then the townspeople debate whether or not it was the same rhino and what breed it was. Then Berenger and Jean get in a fight over the physical specific of the rhino. Means they were fighting over that. Is this a rhino, or is this the color of a rhino, or what kind of shape Rhino possess. And then Jean, he has storm off after calling Berenger a drunkard. Means he was very angry, so he has told Jean has told called Berenger that you are a drunkard, so you will not understand how a rhinoceros looks like. Okay. Then the townspeople asked the logician to clear up this confusion, whether this thing, this animal which is roaming around the town, is this a rhinoceros or not? Means is this a rhino or not? Then the townspeople they vowed to stop these rhinos because they were running abruptly. They were rampaging actually. Then Berenger he has expressed remorse for fighting with Jean. Then he says then he also replied that he was too upset to culture him as a plan and instead drinks. Okay. Then in Act 2, Scene 1, in Berenger's office, Daisy and Dodard, they were arguing with Botard. This is a new character. Botard is a skeptic who does not believe in the rhinos. Means he does not believe in rhinos, so he rejects that rhino is actually roaming around the town. Then what happens? Let's dive in. Then Berenger arrives late in the office, but Deji is actually sneaking on him in. The employees then they asked Berenger if he saw the rhino. Then Botard claims the illusory appearance of the rhino. That is actually an example of collective psychosis, according to Botard. Means everyone was talking about the rhino in the office in the town. So at that time when this question was asked in the office, then Botard has replied that this is nothing but an example of collective psychosis. Then they returned to work. They were proof reading law proposals and they wondered where their co-worker Mr. Beoff actually. Mrs. Beoff is the wife of Mr. Boff, and Mrs. Boff then she rushes in and says her husband is actually sick, and he will be back in a few days. And she tells them that she was just chased by a rhino, which is now in the downstairs in the office. Then the rhino crosses the staircase and it tries to ascend. Then it was standing the co-workers of the office. Then Mrs. Beoff recognized that the rhino is means actually her husband, Mr. Beoff. Okay. Then what happens? Then Daisy telephones the fire workers to help because the rhinos are means they were creating havoc in that office. Then Mrs. Beoff recognizes the rhino as her husband. This I have already told you. Then the men who were present in the office they gave Mrs. Beoff a very practical, a pragmatic advice for dealing with this setback. That you should divorce with her husband, but she is too devoted to her rhino husband, and she has vowed to stay with him until he dies. Okay, that kind of love, that kind of bonding they had together. Then She jumps down to the ground floor and rides off on his back. Then more rhinos were coming and more rhinos are reported in the town. Means one after another, group after group, rhinos were coming in the town and they were creating very chaos in the town. Then the firemen, they have arrived to help to the townsfolk, and they were trying to help them gradually through various means. Then Botter, he has vowed that he will solve this rhino riddle. According to Botter, this is not a means real rhino. He believes like that. Then Berenger passes on an offer to drink with Dodder so he can visit Jean, because they were co-workers and friends also. Then in the Act 2 and Scene 2 of the play Rhinoceros, written by Eugene Ionesco, Jean coughs in bed at home. Then Berenger visits and apologizes for their argument that they had very means hateful argument the previous day. So for that reason he has apologized. Means vice versa, both have apologized. Then Jean's voice grows more hoarse, and a bump on his nose continues to grow. Means he was to actually gradually becoming a rhino, and his skin gets greener and greener by the moment. Then Berenger informs him of Mr. Buoff, that Mr. Buoff's transformation was to like this, and Jean has applauded. Means he has appreciated that thing, that moment, that event. Then he moves in and out of the bathroom. Each time he is appearing and standing, sounding more like a rhino. Means he was uh, gradually he was ascending into a rhino. He was becoming a rhino. Then he tries to run down Berenger, and he tries to apologize, and he tries to run into the bathroom. And Berenger is about to escape, but he was followed by Jean into the bathroom and tried to help him. Then, offstairs in the bathroom, Jean has attacked Berenger as a rhino. Berenger, then escaped. He has escaped, and he has shut the bathroom door behind him, but is pierced by a rhino horn as a Jean. Means Jean has now downrightly become a rhino, and he is now after his own friend Berenger, and he's now tried to means attack him. Even when he was under the bathroom by closing the door, by shutting the door, then too at that time too, that through that rhino's horn, that rhino has means Jean has pierced the door of his friend Berenger's hiding place. That is broken now. Now what happened? Okay, now actually Jean has become a full blown rhino, and he is trying to break free. I mean, he now wants to go wild. Then Berenger, he has alerted the tenants in the building to the rhino's presence in the building, but everyone else has transformed as well. Now he has seen that actually reporting about the rhino is futile, because everybody is now turning into rhino. So it is useless to inform about the presence of the rhino in the building. So now what happens? Now Berenger, he looks out the window. Then he has seen a herd of rhinos. They were marching towards the building or towards the office in the town. Then the bathroom door is on the verge of breaking, means it is about to break. Got it? Now, in the act 3 of the play, Berenger wakes up. He wakes up from a nightmare in his room and he inspects himself for any signs of rhinoceros or rhinoceros. Then Dodard, he has visited and they discuss Jean's transformation. Dodard has considered the metamorphosis natural while Berenger continues to find them abnormal. Means they were talking about the metamorphosis natural about this rhinoceros, but Berenger he is continuing to find these all things as completely abnormal. That it is not actually normal. Then I heard of rhino passes, and Berenger he vows not to become one as well. Then Daisy visits Berenger, which makes Dodder jealous. Then Daisy appears not to care too deeply about this new epidemic outbreak. She informs them that Botard has turned into a rhinoceros too. Now Botard has to become a rhinoceros. Actually, earlier of means at the beginning of the play, Botard himself was telling, he was saying that these all are nothing but this is an illusion, but now he has also now turned into a rhinoceros. Then Berenger can't believe these all kinds of happenings, these all kinds of means things, new things. Then then he realized that it may be true, and then they start to have lunch, but they are interrupted by a crumbling wall outside, and the fire station has been destroyed and the firemen have turned into rhinos. Now means now all things are turning into rhinos. Okay, means it's like zombies. If one zombie has eaten someone's brain or someone's blood, then means one after another all people, all human beings or all beings are becoming means zombies. But here this is rhino, all are becoming rhino. Got it? Doda lives and he wants to experience the epidemic firsthand. Then Berenger he tries to stop him, but Daisy lets him go. Dodard soon has turned into a rhino outside. Daisy then reminds Berenger that they have no right to interfere in others' life. Means whatever they are becoming, whatever they are having, possessing, let them do it. This kind of thinking were means put forwarded by Daisy. Got it? Then she has poured some brandy or beer for Berenger, and she has removed his bandage. Still no sign of a transformation was there. Then the phone has rung. Then but they have also heard only Rhino is chanting on the line. Means Rhino is calling now. That kind of thing is can be seen here. And they turn to the radio for help, but the rhinos have taken that over as well. Daisy believes that they must adapt to their new neighbors, but Berenger he has proposed that they regenerate the human race like Adam and Eve. Means except Daisy and uh, Berenger, all people of the town or of the office or of the building, they were becoming or they have already become rhino. Now only Daisy and uh, Berengers only they are left. Now what happened? Now Daisy told Berenger that they must now adapt to their new neighbors. But this thing was not liked by Berenger. Rather, he has proposed that they should now regenerate the human race, like Adam and Eve, which was taken from Bible. And the noise of the rhinos becomes more and more musical to Daisy, though Berenger still finds it savage and argues with her. Then Daisy breaks up with him and leaves. And she has gone. Daisy has broken up with our hero, our protagonist of the play, Berenger. Berenger he still hates these rhinos. Berenger barricades his room and he plucks his ears and he inspects photographs and cannot recognize any of his former friends, but he does nevertheless, means he identify himself. And then he envies the bodies of the rhinos, but at the brink of desperation, he nevertheless decides that he will fight the rhinos. Means all the people of the town, they all have become the rhino, they all have turned into rhinos, but he has not, means turned into rhino. Rather, he said that I will be what I am. I will not going to change. I don't want to be adapt according to my neighbor. I will live my life according to my choice. I will not be carried away by someone's philosophy, by someone's thinking, or by something's notion. That's it. That's it. The play ends here. Means through this play, the writer might have tried to display that after the Great World Wars, people were during that time they were turning into and they were fascinated by Nazism, by fascism, and by all this totalitarianism. But at that time too, some people were actually not turning into this kind of philosophy or into this kind of mentality. They were still living their own belief system. They were at that time to at the war time to they were not doing any kind of stupid thing. Rather, they were listening to their hearts. Means they were not turning into fascism or Nazism. Means they were not following it. They were following their own notion, own belief. And this means this kind of things should exist in our society. This message might have been portrayed here or might have been tried to portray by the writer. Okay. Okay, for further studies you must read the whole book. You must read other criticism book, research papers, articles, edited books. And thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope you have learned something new about episode drama. Thank you so much for watching it. Bye bye.